Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Mythic Legion's Figura, Obscura Krampus figure from Four Horsemen Designs. And I've been waiting for a Krampus figure this badass for a long time, so to see this finally come to fruition and to have been lucky enough to have caught it at the right time when it went up for order, I feel especially fortunate. So I guess that's the magic of the holidays. But in any event, let's get right into this review. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, we get exactly the level of quality we would expect from the Four Horsemen Studios. And while this is my first Mythic Legions figure, this is definitely not the first figure in my collection that has been sculpted by the Four Horsemen, and it's just fantastic. And I'm really happy to be able to finally see a Mythic Legions in person and kind of actually get to play with one, and just it's really, really good, just super crisp sculpt all around, especially with the body. I know this is basically built on one of the male bucks that is used in the Mythic Legions line. Not only that, but you get some nice, like the armor is just painted really well. I love the shade of kind of, I guess, I don't know if you call it gunmetal or just kind of an iron sort of color, but it doesn't glow or anything like that. It's just enough to kind of catch the light and really give some dynamics to the look of the figure. And then you get that gorgeous, gorgeous head sculpt. I mean, it's exactly what I would want out of a Krampus figure. It's not cartoony, it's not overly designed, it captures that weirdness, the super long tongue. The horns are done beautifully with this just nice brown wash over the black. Not only that, but most of the figure is just like this matte, like midnight black, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Then you get here down to the hooves, which also look great. Just sculpt work all around, even down to the very soles. Just absolutely fantastic. And it's got a great weight to it visually, and I absolutely love that. So great aesthetics. When it comes to accessories, we get a real nice assortment for Krampus, and all very relevant stuff. So let's get right into it. And right out of the box, we get a couple of more kind of posed hands, which can also be used as gripping hands. And I gotta say, I always appreciate that level of detail and that kind of, again, modularity is a word I've used before. And because if a gripping hand can also be a posing hand, that's fantastic. I really, really love that. I'm falling over here. There we go. And then we get a couple of actual gripping hands, so just a much, much, much tighter grip there. Can also be used as fists. So again, I really appreciate the kind of double usage there. Then after that, of course, we get the basket with which to keep the children in, and really well done, really nice wash on it. Looks like a nice wicker. You got some red and green paint on it as well. Let's see if I can get to focus. There we go. Not only that, but there's an actual lid on it. So it is empty in there, and nothing in there, but you get the nice lid, which is a really cool touch they didn't have to add. And separate in the package, though obviously you put it through, is you get this rope. And I don't think I tied it correctly from looking at the promotional images, but I made it work. So, it's definitely cool. And you've got options. You don't have to tie it, obviously, the way that I or the promotional photos have tied it. Then we get this, which is a bandolier of sorts, I believe. Again, I'm new to Mythic Legions. This is my first Mythic Legions figure, so if you do know exactly what this is for, please let me know in the comments. So clearly there's a place to sheathe a weapon or something. And just really nicely done. Looks like kind of brown aged leather, which is cool. Which brings me to the one thing I forgot to actually display here, which is his switch. And it's a bundle of sticks wrapped very, very nicely. So a nice wash there on the wrap. And just looks really, really nice. Has some good volume to it. And let's see, going on from that, then we get a bunch of jingle bells. And I was putting them as a necklace. You can do as a bandolier as well, kind of coming across the side. Just real, actual jingle bells, which is really cool and festive touch. And just a little red cord here. Then we get some shackles, and I'm think I might have seen these with a Mythic Legions figure before. I'm not sure. Again, you can let me know if you are a Mythic Legions collector. But yeah, some actual chain, like metal chain on it, and then these just end pieces painted very beautiful, painted and sculpted beautifully. They look like actual metal, even though they are not. So that's fantastic. And then when you take the basket out of the package, you actually have stuff in there, and that was this. So we get a standard skull, which doesn't, this is the skull that does have the peg in it. So clearly another head that you can use with other Mythic Legions figures. Has an articulated jaw, which is just wonderful. And then we get kind of just a display skull, which, oh no, that one has a peg under it. They both do, never mind. I was mistaken. This one does not have an articulated jaw though. So non-articulated, articulated, two slightly different sizes for those skulls, as you can see. And then you also get a set of skeleton hands, which is really cool, which again, if you have other Mythic Legions figures, you can use these for them. And they're kind of gripping hands slash thumbs up hands. And that will do it for accessories. When it comes to articulation, while Krampus is somewhat limited, you can see that he does have the balance and the range, and that's just great to see. Again, good to experience firsthand for the first time with Mythic Legions figures. So starting from the top, we are just on a ball joint for the head. So we're coming about that far forward, and you're gonna come up about that much. As you can see, a little bit of gappage, but I mean, naturally with a hairy sort of character like this, you're gonna see that a little bit more. But you also get some really nice tilt thanks to that ball joint, the way that is set up. When you come to the shoulders, we can come up to just about our T-pose, and we're just on a hinge and swivel there. We're single jointed in the elbows, so we're coming to a little bit short of 90, but that is also where you're going to get your swivel. You can straighten out. Your hands are on hinge and swivel as well. Nothing vertical, all horizontal joints, but you can come all the way around. Nothing in the diaphragm, but we do have a ball joint here at the hips, and that's gonna kind of give us all the way around. You got some pretty good range considering that is the only articulation point. So we're coming about that far forward, really far back. I mean, decently far back, again, considering that this is just all one solid piece. Then come down to the hips, and we're getting full splits. Absolutely fantastic. We also have our thigh swivel right here, very well hidden and worked into the sculpt. Our legs are also single jointed, so we're gonna come to about there. They're definitely short of 90, but I mean, definitely works for the purposes of the character. And then finally, we have our foot, which we're gonna be able to point about that much. We're gonna come up about that much. And then we even get some rocker. Oh, and one last thing is the tail, which is, oh, mine's just about to fall off as I'm saying this. So I'm going to say the tail is exceptionally hard to get in place, and I was dumb and didn't think to heat the body first. I did that last, and I definitely got some tearing on the plastic. We're gonna look up here, and yeah. So the tail is in it on a ball joint. It is separate when you take it out of the package, and yeah. So mine's kind of fallen off. I did message Four Horsemen, and I'm kind of hoping I can get a replacement tail. If not, I will just find another solution for that, because I love the figure so much. But yeah, something to take note of. So be very, very careful with this tail. And my recommendation here: heat the body, then try to put the tail in and work from there, and you'll get some range. So that is articulation. Getting into size comparisons, as I said, I don't have any other Mythic Legions figures. However, here he is with a couple other Caprine-esque figures, with some Hasbro, with some imports, with some other monsters, finally with an articulated Icons Oni, and yours truly in human form as an articulated Icons Ninja. So my final thoughts on the Mythic Legions Figura Obscura Krampus figure is that this is an absolutely phenomenal start to the line. It's a fantastic figure just overall. I am super happy that this is my first Mythic Legions and that it is a Krampus figure I can be very much proud to have in my collection. That being said, The orders for this are over, so it's not able to be purchased from Four Horsemen right now. I don't know if they're going to reissue this at any point in the future. However, definitely keep your eyes on it. I don't even think the page is still up, but if it is, I will definitely be putting the link in the, not the comments, but the description below. And beyond that, you know, if you are looking on the secondary market for this, definitely be careful, because again, we don't know if they're going to reissue it, or I don't think they've made a statement on that. Maybe they have, but you know, wait a little while, because I mean, I imagine a number of people probably scalp this, so wait for prices to come down. This is absolutely worth getting and hunting down, but you know, just don't feed the scalpers as much as you can. So yeah, fantastic figure, awesome start for me to Mythic Legions, and yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining, and if you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and or sharing. Beyond that, I will have other ways to support the channel directly in the description below as well. And yeah, so all of that, ultra thanks to you one last time for watching, and I hope you and your family have a fine, safe, and just comfortable holiday, no matter what you celebrate, whether you celebrate or celebrate nothing at all. And yeah, I hope to see you in future videos. So take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and most importantly, stay weird, simians.